Strange Planet with Richard Syrett from AM 740.
Hello, Hal, do you read me?
Affirmative, Dave. I read you.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Stanley Kubrick's film 2001 A Space Odyssey and its murderous computer HAL encapsulate many people's fears of how artificial intelligence could at some point in the not-too-distant future pose a threat to human life. Theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, one of the world's preeminent scientists, has echoed these concerns and says that efforts to create thinking machines do indeed pose a threat to our very existence. Eric Schiffer is an advanced technology expert, best-selling author, and trusted advisor to Fortune 500 CEOs.
Artificial intelligence exists. I mean, it exists in many different forms. We know this, and we know we've readily beat at chess with our greatest chess champions at Jeopardy. We are using it in health and medical scenarios. We're using it on the military side. So it's not a question of the capability. It's just a question of at what point does it become self-sustaining, reflective, and can we as a society build in safe harbor elements that can control or place into what arguably has been encoded into us, which is a sense of morality.
Hawking says that while the primitive forms of artificial intelligence developed so far have already proved very useful, he fears the consequences of creating something that can match or surpass human intelligence. Schiffer shares these concerns and says the threat AI could pose to humans far surpasses the threat posed by nuclear war. He explains how AI's dominance over mankind could unfold.
At the right point, artificial intelligence begins to become self-aware, can connect with others, and in the interests of humankind, can take measures into its own hands using robotics that may seem to help society or seem to help human beings, but can end up becoming the destruction of human beings. So, for instance, it may launch nuclear weapons. It could shut down grids for electricity or shut down communication capabilities. You can have these kind of situations in which humans are not consulted.
How long before the robots we're creating to perform menial tasks, once performed by humans, take off on their own and start to redesign themselves? Has the countdown towards a robot apocalypse already begun? Once again, Eric Schiffer.
This is not really theoretical anymore. It's a question of time. Some are saying that the most recent technologies are very close. Others are saying 5 to 10, 15 years. This could be the last of mankind.
Other scientists are far less pessimistic about the possibility of a robot apocalypse. Rollo Carpenter, the creator of Cleverbot, says he believes humans will remain in charge of robots for a decently long time, and the potential of AI to solve many of the world's problems will be realized. Whose version of the future do you believe is more likely, Hawking or Carpenter? Something to contemplate as you jump into the passenger seat of one of Google's new driverless cars. I'm Richard Syrett.
Richard Syrett's Conspiracy Show airs live every Sunday night at 11 on Zoomer Radio, AM 740.
If you find this content compelling, please share this MP3 with your friends. And I hope you'll consider attending my upcoming live stage event, Follow the Truth 2, happening the evening of Sunday, April the 26th, at the Regent Theatre in Oshawa, Ontario. For more information, visit followthetruth.tv. You can order your tickets by calling the box office at 905-721-3399. That's 905-721-3399. 905-721-3399. Hope to see you there.